All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe for a video on crypto every day. My name's Austin, and in today's video, we are talking about adoption, crypto adoption. We are talking about Vechain, we are talking about basic attention token, we are talking about Ethereum adoption, and of course, we're talking about Bitcoin. Because on this channel, we give you the top stories making news in crypto today, and then we send you on your way. So hit the like button and let's jump in. First off, the price of Bitcoin having an incredible past 7 days on the market. Bitcoin's price is up over 43% in the last 7 days as bull frenzy grips market. And this article, this 43%, this was written before Bitcoin saw an additional 17% pump in the last 24 hours, pushing the price of Bitcoin above 13,000. In fact, right now we're at $13,400 Bitcoin. Now I'm seeing a lot of questions in our comment section below, people asking the question, did I miss my boat to buy Bitcoin? Well, the institutional players over at GRAYSCALE Bitcoin Trust continue to buy Bitcoin at an over 40% premium, suggesting that big money thinks that Bitcoin still has a lot of room to grow. And you know what? Let's just not trust the headline at face value here. Let's double check. Right now, we can see that institutional players at GRAYSCALE Bitcoin Trust are choosing to buy Bitcoin valued at $16,900. This was $17,000 about 5 minutes ago. So institutions are choosing to pay $17,000 when Bitcoin on the open market is valued at $13,000. So if you are still worried, is Bitcoin still a good buy at $13K? Institutional players think that Bitcoin is a good buy at $17K. I like it. As this number updates, I will keep you updated. But next piece of news. Adoption news. Twitch.tv has added Bitcoin and Bcash back as payment methods. So right now, Bitcoin and Bcash, they are ranked right up next to Visa, MasterCard, PayPal as payment methods for Twitch.tv. I mean, to me, the news is in the headline. I think it just signifies that the bulls are back, especially because of the amount of daily active users, the millions of daily active users that Twitch has. So big step for adoption for Bitcoin and Bcash. But for the future, what I would like to see is that if/when Twitch could add a tipping feature, so you could tip their streamers with Bitcoin, I think to me that's the next step, what I'm looking for. When this happens, if this happens, I will keep you updated. Hey, by the way, if you have thoughts on this, if you have opinions, I'd love to hear them. Let's continue the video down below in the comments section. After my last piece of news, let's continue the video down in the comments. But moving on, next piece of news, you can now get rewarded with Bitcoin if/when you choose to book at hotels.com. And you know what? This one's not as big because yes, it is through a third-party app, but it's through a third-party app that people actually use, that have a ton of daily active users. So it's something. This is all through the Bitcoin rewards shopping app called Lolli, which has expanded its business by adding a major booking service, hotels.com, to its partners, the company announced in a blog post on June 25th. If you don't know Lolli, Lolli was founded in March of 2018, and it allows users to earn Satoshis, the smallest unit of Bitcoin currency, while shopping online. So usually you could buy products. Now, if you book at hotels.com, you can get some Bitcoin back. Now, again, this is through a third-party app, so how much weight you put into that is up to you. But baby steps. Let me know what you think. But moving on, possibly the most significant piece of news that we've seen over the adoption of Bitcoin in the last 24 hours comes out of the CFTC. The Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, has cleared Bitcoin derivatives provider LedgerX to offer physically settled Bitcoin futures contracts. So the CFTC has cleared LedgerX, and again, the significant part here is physically settled. All their clientele will be forced to settle in actual Bitcoin. LedgerX is the second company to receive approval to offer physically settled Bitcoin futures. Other firms, such as intercontinental exchanges Bakkt, SeedCX, and ErisX, still plan on entering the market. So while the talk about town has been regarding Bakkt, when will Bakkt usher in this new Bitcoin bull run, LedgerX is approved. While Bakkt's own futures contracts have been self-certified, sounds legal, the firm is waiting for the New York Department of Financial Services to license its warehouse. So we're still waiting on Bakkt. LedgerX is good to go. And in terms of what this could do to the price, the significance of what this could do to the price of Bitcoin, Monday's approval means the New York-based LedgerX can not only list these Bitcoin futures contracts, but crucially can offer its products to retail clients, not just institutional ones. This is a pretty big on-ramp. If you're an institutional client or a retail client, this is another on-ramp into Bitcoin. Now, when will this be launched? They've approved, but in terms of when they will be launched, there's no timeline was provided for when LedgerX might start offering Bitcoin futures. But I suspect that in the next couple weeks, we'll see a headline where it's officially open for launch, because in a direct quote, they say, there is no doubt that we're looking to be the first. What do you think? You tell me. I think this sets a real precedent for future approvals of physically backed Bitcoin futures. As we get more information, I will keep you updated. But moving on, next piece of adoption news for Ethereum. Opera's browser with built-in crypto wallet launches for iPhones. So if you have an iPhone, you like this. Now, of course, users of Android phones like me and desktop computers have already had this option to use Opera's blockchain-friendly browser for months now. But iPhone owners have been left out of the fun. Well, not anymore. That's now changed with the launch of the latest version of Opera Touch for iOS. And what this means is now if you just have the phone, you have a crypto wallet right in your hand. People that have no knowledge of crypto, they now have a crypto wallet if they're using Opera's browser on the iPhone. As per a blog post from the firm, the new browser option is largely identical to the above-mentioned offerings. It provides a built-in cryptocurrency wallet and the ability to run Web 3.0 and decentralized applications, dApps, without a third-party plugin. For Ethereum, at least, right now, you can only hold, transact, and make payments in Ethereum and all ERC20 standard tokens and stablecoins. So right now, Bitcoin is not on the table just yet, but hopefully soon. Next piece of news. Brave Browser is working on Ledger and Trezor hard wallet integrations for basic attention token for Brave Browser. So right now, if you have Brave Browser and you have your basic attention token, or you're tipping publishers with your basic attention token, you have to cash out through through their partnership with their Uphold wallet. And in my experience, Uphold, for me, has always been a real pain. So any integration with Ledger and Trezor, huge step in the right direction, in my opinion. And this hasn't happened yet, but we can double check that this is actually happening. You can feel free to click on this GitHub source link and see the development take place. But let's keep moving on. Next piece of news, Walmart China teams up with Vechain, PwC on blockchain food safety platform. And honestly, I almost didn't even cover this because this has nothing to do with VET, their token, the token that a lot of you are invested in. This just has to do with storing data on the blockchain, which is cool because don't get me wrong, Walmart, Fortune 100 company, huge implications for choosing Vechain over other similar blockchains, but it is a green flag for blockchain. So Walmart China just wants to add some transparency to their produce, to their meats. And right now they already boast 23 products on their test line with another 100 planned by the end of the year across 10 more product categories, including fresh meat, rice, mushrooms, cooking oil, and more. And this is on the shelves of Walmart right now, Walmart China at least. And there's no sound involved in this, but you can just see the little QR codes where you're able to see instant traceability on how your food came to that market, where it's been, what it's doing. You can see it all, and that's offered by Walmart China right now. Pretty cool. For me, what's going to excite me is when the Vechain token, when that's used, then I'll be excited. I'm going to keep you updated. Moving on to our last piece of news. And honestly, this isn't even news like these other adoption news stories were news. This is just interesting to see the correspondents at CNBC television. I'm just going to play you a piece of this clip, but it's interesting to see these guys, these 3-4 correspondents, put the pieces together, figure this out on their own on why Bitcoin is digital gold. I think that these are the clips that we're going to look back at in 4 or 5 years from now and just laugh and smile at how far we've come with Bitcoin. Check this out, guys. That's the end of the video. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and like always, I'll see you tomorrow.
I think if you look at something like gold, which is also trading at 6-year highs right now, a lot of the same fundamentals and macro topics that drive the price of gold also drive the price of Bitcoin.
Right.
And so I think it's a similar investor sentiment there.
No, you're totally right. So when we look at what would that be? Super low interest rates. Both Europe and the U.S. have come out in the past week and talked about more easing.
Geopolitical risks.
Right. So it basically, to me, would solidify its position as digital gold effectively, right? I mean,
and it would certainly seem, in addition to the Facebook news, it would certainly seem like there are some investors out there that maybe are hedging their bets, seeing it as such.
Yeah,
that makes more sense. In a way, I wanted Libra to be the catalyst because it makes me find comfort in some fundamental reason for it going up. But I understand that it's not actually tied to that, so I can't find comfort there.
Yeah.
Because it makes me nervous when we see these big surges in this currency that so many of us don't really understand, and so few people very likely control.
Yeah, I think